Hello everyone. I know I didn't do a video last week, so I'm going to do a quick one right now. On my weekly watch list, I had eBay on there. You see we had set up an inside candle last week. The longer time frames, the yearly, let me see. You can see here the yearly was green, quarterly was green, monthly was still inside. But because everything else was green, I was looking at the weekly and looking for a break on that. And pull up the weekly here. You can see we had the inside week right here. Looking for a break above the top of last week's candle, which was 60.01. If we come down to the daily time frame, you can see we had a gap fill right here. From here to here was a gap fill, and this would fill the gap at 61.82, which was the low of this candle. So that was my first target. The second target was the top of that candle, which was a recent pivot high. And then the third target was up here. So I got in next week's $60.50 calls. The reason I picked the 60.50 was because it had good volume, good open interest. The spreads were good. So I got in, I think I paid $1.08 per contract, which is in options terms is $108 per contract. I sold at, I believe I had my target set. I know I had my target set just before this, and I think it was like $1.80. However, it came up and it started to fade a little bit here. I moved my stops up as we went along, and I ended up getting stopped out. I don't remember which candle I stopped out on. Let me pull it up here on my phone and see. I'll tell you exactly what time I got in, what time I got out. I got in at 9:42 a.m., which if you look over here, pull up the daily on this chart, or the 5-minute I mean. Pull up the 5-minute on this chart. I got in at 9:42, which is right after this candle opened. So right when it popped above here, I got in. I had a pretty tight stop. Didn't even come close to taking my stop out. I ended up, I sold 2/3 of my contracts at 9:45. So right when we got to this this dynamic pivot point, right when we got to that pivot point here, I sold 2/3 of my contracts. And my plan was if it pulled back to here and gave me another reversal, I was going to load up again. It did pull back, and I had a meeting at 10:30. So my meeting started here. I actually got in a meeting about here. I didn't want to start adding to it if I was going to be in a meeting and not really able to watch it that closely. So I just kind of let it ride. I did move my stops up. My last one stopped out at 10:32. So that would have been this candle here. I believe I had my stops moved up. It was just above this pivot. It may have been right in this range here. I don't recall exactly what dollar level, what price level it was at. But anyway, I got stopped out here, stopped out of my last contract. I was in that meeting till a little after 11. We had another inside break here, which would have been another great time to get in. We were pretty much full green on all time frames just about the whole day with this stock. So any time would have been a decent time to get in on any of these actionable signals. This would have been a great one. A 2-1-2 reversal here would have been a great one to get in. You see we did take out the first target. Came up. It took a little while to break it. You know, we got close here, and then we came over here. We got close. Took a while. We finally broke above it right here. Came up, and I posted on Twitter that I posted on Twitter that the to keep moving your stops up, and it actually got stopped out. You probably would have got stopped out about here if you would have moved your stops up. So that's it for eBay. That was kind of what happened there. The other, let me see what else I had. I had a pretty short watch list this week. Let me see what my other ones were on there. I also closed my XOMs today. I bought them. They were actually next year's. They were January of 22 expiration. They were 62.50s. I got in for like $2.90, and I sold them today. They were actually up to $5.40, I believe. I ended up selling them for $4.70. I left a lot on the table, but I was still up 60% or so, something like that. So I'll move on to the next one. But my watch list for this week was let me look for it here. I have eBay, which triggered today and took out the first target. I also have Facebook on a break above 328.55, and I have Starbucks on a break above 116.74. Those two have not triggered yet. I have alerts set for them, just sitting waiting for them to alert. You can see over here on my screen I have scanners that run during the day. I have a 3-1 30-minute. I have a 1-2 down hammer, which is a 1, followed by, let me see if I can find one in here. This will be a 1 followed by a 2 down hammer, and I would look for a break back above the top of this 2. That's what this scanner looks for here. On the 30-minute, this is a 5-minute, so but I'm just showing for illustration purposes. 1 followed by a 2 down hammer, and a break above this would have been a long entry according to this scanner on a 30-minute. Same here on a 1 with a 2 up shooter. Shooter being a shooting star. So let's see, we have a 1. Here would be a good example of the last one, the 1 with a 2 down hammer, and there you go. That would have been a good one there. 1 with a 2 up with a shooter. Might not see one here, but either way, it's just the opposite. Let's just pretend. Well, let me see. There's got to be one somewhere. Here's one here. A 1 followed by a 2 shooting star. A break below that shooting star. That's what this scan here looks for on the 30-minute. I also have a 3-1 15-minute, so it'll look for 3-1 setups on the 15-minute. Like here's a 3-1. Remember this is a 5-minute chart, but here's a 3-1 here. A break either way. Your target is the top of this. That would have worked. 3-1 here. Break to the top of this. Your target would be here. Yeah, that one would have probably stopped out, depending on how tight the stops were. But you get the idea. That's what I look for. I watch for those during the day. That's why I don't worry about a big weekly watch list, because I get a lot of my trades right from here. So anyway, it's a quick video for today. Just wanted to share that with you. And again, this here is a gap. This shows anywhere there's a gap. We had a gap here. The high was 59.29. The low, the next candle, was also 59.29. So that technically isn't a gap. I created this. I wrote this, so I may have to change it. I don't know why. Let me go back up here. I don't know why The high is less than the low from 1 bar ago, and the low is greater than the high from 1 bar ago. See, if it's in my mind on that one, it shouldn't trigger when it's the same price, but either way, I don't really pay much attention to that. I actually left this off here. I had this off of here for a long time. I put it on here for a video the other day, or a few weeks ago. Just didn't take it back off. You can see on my main chart. This is my main chart I look at all day. I don't have it on there. So anyway, thanks for watching the video, and see you guys later. Bye.